Gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field.
Oh, nice uniforms. I like those.
We've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Using his legs. It's
Come on, bro. You were being blocked. Oh.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in it.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back.
That's not the play that I picked.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Firing to the right, complete.
Come on, juke him.
They'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to the ground with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needs a few more chain links to move the sticks.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs...
God damn it, man.
You got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it.
Oh, that's a pick. Come on, man.
Hand in there and knock it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes.
That would have been a pick if I would have been throwing it.
In the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Gonna run it. It's Parrott. Rumbles ahead.
Come on.
Pick up a 5 to the 29.
I like this guy as a running back because he could run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
We're chewing well.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Dark. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Slips through the line.
Come on. How you got...
They were playing with fire on that return.
Bro.
He got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory.
Oh, whoa, that's not what I picked. God damn it, that is not what I picked.
But he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd down,
God.
try to pick it up through the air. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cowboys will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1, 2, 3.
Y'all lay down.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Dart. Feeling some heat. Rifles it down the middle. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. And
Dude, I
he's
can
wrapped
never
up
do
after
pick
a
six.
solid return on the pick.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep.
God
And
damn.
he'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's crease corner. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes
Jay,
backwards,
stop.
that's how you break
Shadow.
They line
No.
up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Green. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
The hand to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else. because
Get out
there's nothing
from there.
doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
Oh, nice catch.
It's Harris. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Here, come body.
You can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Motion from the offense. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Parrish.
Stay down.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Between the uprights, it's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw.
God, come on, man.
Released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up. And
It's complete. A huge pickup. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys. And once he got loose, it was all over. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins.
Hey, get away from there. No.
Speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that though. Nice job.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Back to pass. It's Dart. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that wasn't an interception.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Wants to throw on third down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot.
Come on, bro.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Get.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down,
Damn.
running. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right.
God, Kelsey wide open like
He's
that.
run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Looking to throw. He got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Slams it ahead. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last play. They'll have another chance on 3rd and goal from the 1. To the air. It's dark. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go to the air. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Sonic, Vader, me. Shadow, stop.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive line and being physical.
God, dude, you're finding everything under that bed.
I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield. It's Dart. Going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Catch in the middle. It's Bentley. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
The Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally, you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept. I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
Keeps looking downfield. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before. He gets down to the 2.
And I tell you what, he drops back to pass, nothing really open, tries to scramble, but now because he got a little bit more yards, is this maybe decision time on 4th and goal, down by more than a field goal? This might be time to go for it.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They'll try the run. He's loose at the 15. All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
That's reeled in. It's Green. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. And stampeding through the defense. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Some defense offensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
He'll start this drive firing. Picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Gordon. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first.
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now this offense is back on the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. It's Harris. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic with his feet. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
This guy just gives you he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Scanning the field, it's dark. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to their running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College.